Managing inventory in the supply chain.
Inventory in the firm. Consumer packaged goods firms, along with wholesalers and retailers in their distribution channels, encounter a unique challenge in maintaining acceptable inventory levels. This challenge arises from complexity of forecasting demand and heightened customer expectations regarding product availability. The difficulty is amplified by these firms expanding and complication their product offerings. Batching economies or cycle stacks. Batching economies or cycle stacks typically arise from three: procurement, production, and transportation. Scale economies linked to all sources can lead to the accumulation of inventory not immediately used or sold. This implies that some cycle stock will be utilized or sold over time. In the procurement, sellers often have quantity-based pricing schedules where larger volumes yield lower prices per unit. Purchase discounts are common, particularly for personal consumption. Procurement. These are activities that involve in obtaining goods and services, including sourcing, making purchases, tracking when supplies are received, and maintaining records. Kaya naman tapon sa production and transportation. Kaya sa procurement, the seller can apply different sales to items that depend on quantity of being sold. This offer discount to customers who buy in bulk. Batching economies or cycle stock, sa sayang na term, muna siyang allocated na goods para ma-meet ang regular customer demand over a certain period of time. Kung ang good is masale na, kailangan na sa pulihan na ang nasold. That is why gitawag siya og cycle of stocks, kay nagabalik-balik kasi. Uncertainty and safety stocks. If production line halts due to a supply shortage or a customer doesn't receive a delivery, problems arise necessitating trade-off analysis using appropriate tools to assess risk and measure inventory cost. Organizations are adopting a proactive approach to reduce uncertainty by leveraging information to minimize the need for safety stocks. An information revolution facilitated by advanced technology enables timely and accurate information exchange between trading partners. Collaborative sharing of information in some supply chains, exemplified by collaborative planning, forecasting, and replenishment, has successfully reduced inventories and improved service simultaneously. Technologies like barcodes, RFID tags, electronic data interchange, and the internet have played a key role in diminishing uncertainty through complete elimination remains impossible, requiring ongoing analysis to measure trade-offs. In simple terms, this is a buffer inventory to cover unplanned issues. Muna ang additional on-hand items in case of emergency. Ginagamit ni siya kung musobra ang demand sa predicted sales. Muna ang organization are adopted proactive approach because they are anticipating challenges and taking steps to reduce uncertainty. Time in transit and work in process stocks. The time associated with transportation and manufacture or assembly of complex products ensures inventory costs during goods motion. This cost increases with a longer time period. The evaluation of in-transit and work-in-process (WIP) inventory time period involves considering appropriate trade-offs. Different transportation modes for shipping freight vary in transit time lengths, variability, and damage rates. Carriers' rates or prices reflect the service differences in various modes. In-transit inventory is inventory that is on order but has not arrived, commonly as work in process or WIP. For example, nag-order ka ng computer sa Japan, tas ang shipping time is 5 weeks. During this period, the product is classified as in-transit inventory. Seasonal stocks. Seasonality can impact of raw materials, demand for finished products, or both. Organizations dealing with
seasonality challenges such as those processing agricultural products face decision or on inventory accumulation. In cases like agriculture, where raw material supply is seasonal but demand remains steady, finished products must be stored until sold. This scenario often leads to high storage and obsolescence costs. An alternative approach involves material or a pre-processed version, producing finished products based on demand, offering a potential strategy to mitigate cost. In simple terms, seasonal stocks are characterized by a demand at different times. Same here sa example like agriculture. May mga crops na seasonal, pero ang demand is steady, mga ang mga products are stored until masold sila. Anticipatory stocks inventory is held as a precaution when organizations anticipate unusual events that could negatively impact their supply sources, such as strikes, price increases, political unrest, or weather-related supply shortages. This is done to hedge against associated risk and despite the challenging and uncertainty available techniques can help assess the risk probability and the cost of holding such inventory. Anticipate or anticipatory means mura kay balo na mahitabo. Anticipatory inventory is the stock that is kept according to the expected demand. Example, a retailer stocks more ice cream just while the summer season is about to begin because he is expecting the demand for its rising during hot season. Mura sila og hapit-hapit sa safety stocks pero ang kalainan nila is ang safety stock is held for unexpected events while the anticipatory is held because you expect a run on your product at certain times.
So my part is about the importance of inventory in other functional areas. So in marketing, manufacturing efficiency in organizations is gauged by input unit output cost, favoring long production runs of a single product with minimal changeovers for optimization. This strategy yields high inventory levels but low labor and machine costs per unit. Industries with seasonal demand patterns optimize manufacturing by producing products even when demand is absent. So, when introducing production scheduling complexities for product line growth and brand extensions alongside seasonality, it can lead to substantially high inventories to maintain low manufacturing costs. So some company ay practice murag sila mag-stock daan sila bisan pag wala pa ang season ana nga product murag mag-stock na sila daan maghimo na sila daan to minimize to maintain low manufacturing costs. So in finance, inventories impact and organizations income statement and balance sheet, representing both assets and liabilities with a cash flow impact. Finance typically favors low inventories to increase inventory turns, reduce liabilities and assets, and enhance cash flow. So addressing conflicts in inventory objectives, many companies advocate for a formal logistics organization. The logistics manager plays a crucial role in analyzing inventory trade-offs, not only within logistics but across other functional areas. Proper inventory management affects customers, suppliers, and various organizational functions. Despite potential advantages, holding inventory incurs significant costs, emphasizing the need for organizations to assess trade-offs between costs and resulting service when making inventory decisions. So finance can really affect kaning sa logistics organization. Kay what if you have a detailed do you have a detailed a records of your cash flows, balance sheets, you know where the money is. Oh, you know where the money come from, you know where the money is going. So you have a direct knowledge sa imong profits and other expenses. So inventory cost are crucial for three reasons. Firstly, they constitute a significant part of logistics costs in many organizations. Secondly, the maintained inventory levels at nodes in logistics network influence the organization's service levels to customers. Thirdly, decisions involving cost trade-offs in logistics often hinge on and ultimately impact inventory carrying costs. The subsequent section outlines key information on costs for logistics managers to consider when making inventory policy decisions, encompassing inventory carrying cost, order and setup cost, expected stock out cost, and inventory in transit carrying cost. So the inventory costs can really be a crucial thing for logistics. Not just for three reasons, but inventory cost will be really a part of logistics, since inventory you're holding the stocks. You're holding the stocks. So it is really affiliated with logistics. Inventory carrying costs arise when inventory is at rest awaiting use. Focusing on finished goods inventory, these costs include expenses related to manufacturing and transporting inventory from a plant to a distribution center until an order is received. The four main components of inventory carrying costs are capital cost, order is received. The four main components of inventory carrying costs are capital cost, storage space cost, inventory service cost, and inventory risk cost. So inventory carrying cost is just like mura siya og JNT, kaning mura siya og sila may mag-send sila na mo nang additional charges. That's why the transportation of the product, the delivery of the product, the storage of the product. Capital cost, also known as the interest or opportunity cost. This type of cost focuses on the capital tied up in the inventory and the missed opportunity to invest at that capital elsewhere. Organizations, whether through equity or debt, incur a cost for borrowed money, dividends for equity, and interest payments for debt. When this money is used to purchase raw materials, build plants, and employ labor for producing finished products stored as inventory, the inventory carries the cost of this borrowed money while awaiting sale. The capital tied up in inventory necessities dividend or interest payments to the funding source. So the opportunity cost of this inventory is the potential return on capital that the organization could have realized by investing in an alternative opportunity rather than in raw materials, plants, and labor. Storage space cost. Storage space costs involve handling expenses related to moving products in and out of the inventory, along with storage costs like renting, heating, and lighting. These costs can vary significantly based on circumstances. For instance, raw materials may be stored outdoors, while finished goods often require covered and more sophisticated facilities. The relevance of storage space costs depends on whether they increase or decrease with inventory levels. Organizations should consider variable, not fixed, expenses when estimating space costs and capital costs. Public warehousing, where handling and storage costs vary with inventory levels, contrasts with private warehousing, where some storage space costs are fixed. However, in private warehousing, allocated fixed costs to products based on activity levels may impact the inventory carrying cost calculation. So mag-differ na sa imuhang product. Butang tag imong product is kailangan siya og refrigeration, like meat and other kind of goods nga kailangan refrigeration. So muna magdepende sa imuhang kuan, magdepende ang storage space cost niya. Depende pod sa kadako, depende sa ka-heavy, magdepende tanan sa imuhang product or imuhang ibutang sa storage space. Inventory risk cost. The final major component of inventory carrying cost acknowledges the potential decline in the dollar value of inventory beyond an organization's control. Goods stored for extended periods, like in the computer and electronics industry, may become obsolete, reducing their value. Similarly, fashion apparel can rapidly lose value for the selling season, and fresh produce faces deterioration or price drops over time, while manufactured products like breakfast cereal carry lower risks for depreciation. Certain items may be still susceptible although to a lesser extent. So sa imuhang product sa magdepende sa ang inventory risk cost. Kung magkadugay imong product is mag-deteriorate, diha mo imuhang pricing man ana sa imong product is mas mugamay man para mabaligya nimo. Like for the example, the computers, kung magkadugay na nga di magamit mo na ma-obsolete. Or sa sanina, like for the example, sanina malagom ba siguro ang mga puti, just like that. Di pareha sa like breakfast cereals can be stored for a long time, and other preserved like sardines, like that, it can be stored long time. Fixed order interval approach. The fixed order interval approach to inventory management involves ordering inventory at predetermined regular intervals. The amount ordered is typically based on the inventory level at the time of review, which usually occurs near the end of the interval. Compared to the EOQ approach, this model requires less frequent monitoring of inventory levels, making it more cost-effective. However, it is best suited for inventory items with stable demand, as stockouts can occur quickly with volatile demand items due to time-based order triggers rather than inventory level monitoring. So, kaning fixed order interval approach, mas maayo ni siya gamiton daw kung ang imuhang mga orders is ang imuhang product na orderon is kaning dili bitaw ingon nga na ay taas og na mutaas ra siya kalit og demand, na instance nga mutaas ra kalit og demand, na instance mutaas mo baba ra kalit og kuan, like stable nga ginagamit jud pirmi, like unsa man ay like packaging sa emuhang mga goods kana, kailangan man jud na nimo. So magkakinaon sa kinaunsa, dili gid na siya ingon mga kailangan jud nimo ma-order nga pag wala na, like it can be kaning maghula na, like mag-order man ka kada specific time, so it can wait. That's why fixed order interval approach. Just in time approach. Just in time, or JIT systems aim to eliminate waste by delivering materials to production lines exactly when they are needed without excess inventory. These systems prioritize short and consistent lead times, where the reliability of the lead time is more crucial than its length. The Kanban system, developed by Toyota, uses cards attached to carts to manage the movement of components and materials within manufacturing facilities. These cards specify the exact quantities and timing of replenishment activities. So effective IT implementation can significantly reduce parts, materials, and work in process inventories, as well as finished products. Also, it relies on high quality components and a precise logistic system. So just in time approach is lagi mag-estimate na isa mo na mag-estimate na kana dapat na kuan makaabot ana nga time para makahimo ana nga time para makaproduce ana nga time. So mo lagi pod ang magkuan sa bana ang imuhang processing, kung unsay napadala na raw materials kunuhay, kung unsay napadala nga raw materials, mura pud tay mahimo butang tang for 5 cars lang, di 5 cars lang gyud mo nay nakakuan siya, dili man sa ingon nga naka-disadvantage, pero at least dili pod mas daghag usik, dili daghag usik kay magamit man tanan without excess in inventory. So key elements of GIT include zero inventories, minimize excess inventory by delivering materials just when needed, short consistent lead tires, maintain reliable lead times, support GIT operation. So ang lead time gid ang sakuan kay sa GIT system. Small frequent replenishment quantities, replenish materials in small quantities to avoid overstocking. Yes, when kung unsa ra gid kibali ang dapat kuan, like 5 cars ra lagi ang kuan amo ang dapat mahimo sa 1 month, so pang 5 cars ra pod na ang ipadala. High quality, so zero defects, ensure high product and component quality to minimize interruptions. GIT goes beyond inventory management. It encompasses a broader culture of quality, supplier partnerships, and employee teamwork. So that's it.
Good day, ma'am. I'm Kevin Itabogon, and I'm going to report about materials requirement planning. So, requirement materials planning and systems is a production schedule, invent and plan coverage for each component item needed to meet that schedule. So, a material requirements planning involves the planning of the needed materials in creating an items or product. So these are the primary objectives of an MRP system. First is ensure the availability of materials, components, and products to support planned production and customer deliveries. Second is to maintain the lowest possible inventory while upholding services objectives. Third is plan manufacturing activities delivery schedules, and purchasing activities effectively. Third, and the last one is in achieving the goal, an MRP system. An MRP system considers the current and planned quantities of parts and products in inventory, as well as the timing requirements for this item. So the next one is the key elements of MRP system. So first is the master production schedule or MPS. So the master production schedules foundations of the MPS system, driven by actual customer orders and demand forecast. Specific the exact production quantities and timing for various products. Second is bill of materials file or BOM. So it details the raw materials, components, and sub-assembles requirement to produce its independent demand item. Second is defines the quantities and tiering of these inputs for production process. Third is outline the relationship between inputs and their relative importance to the product. So that's it. That is bill of materials file or BOM. So next is the inventory status file, so ISF. So it maintains inventory records to determine net requirements by subtracting inventory on hand from gross requirements, provides crucial information on safety stock and lead time requirements, play a critical role in managing the MPS in minimizing inventory. Next is MPR program. So MPR calculates the requirements using IF data and places orders for necessary inputs considering quantities and timing. So that is MRP program. So next one is the outputs and reports. So outputs and reports provide information on quantities to order and their order dates, identify any needs to expedite or schedule input arrivals, indicate cancelled product needs and MRP system status, review daily in complex environment for adjustment and decision making. So the next one is distribution requirement planning. So when we say distribution, so it requires a widely used and powerful technique for optimizing outbound logistics system. It determines appropriate inventory levels to meet both cost and service objectives. So DRP or distribution requirement planning establish replenishment schedule between an organization manufacturing facilities and distribution center. So when you see distribution requirement planning, so it involves the planning and distributing the product to the customers. So GR in addition, GRP is often coupled with MRP system to manage the flow and the timing of both inbound materials and outbound finished goods. This is particularly common in industries with complex manufacturing process requiring numerous inbound items to produce a finished product. So that's distribution requirements planning. Next is the role of distribution operation in SCM. So in the real world, balancing supply and demand for customers' production is challenging due to production and consumption timing discrepancies, high transportation costs, and coordination complexities. To address this issue, distribution operation such as distribution centers, warehouse, cross stocks, and retail stores are established within the supply chain. So distribution operations have a big role in SCM because without the Without the distribution operation, products or services cannot be delivered to the customers, or it cannot, or the products cannot be profitable. So these facilities help create time and place utility by positioning raw materials, components, and finished good in strategic location. This enable organization to achieve short lead times, increase product availability, and reduces delivery cost, enhancing both an effectiveness and efficiency of distribution operation. Expansive capabilities gained through distribution operation can strengthen a supply chain competitive position in high competitive market. So, as the distribution operation is okay or is in a plan, so the flow of the product, or the supply chain is good. So product product or services is delivered, is can be delivered to the customers in a good way. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
So, Chapter 10, Distribution Managing Fulfillment Operation. The role of distribution operation in supply chain management. In the real world, balancing supply and demand for consumer products is challenging due to production and consumption timing discrepancies, high transportation costs, and coordination complexities. To address this issue, distribution operations such as distribution center, warehouses, cruise stacks, and retail stores are established within the supply chain. This facility helps to create time and place utility, positioning raw materials, components, and finished goods in a strategic location. This enables organization to achieve shorter lead times, increase product availability, and reduce delivery costs, enhance both the effectiveness and efficiency of distribution operation. Responsive capabilities gained through distribution operation and can strengthen a supply chain competitive position in high competitive markets. So, in real world daw, ang pagbalance sa supply ug demand kay challenging due to the address issues. Tapos, para ma-address daw ni siya ng mga issues, ang kadto siya ng mga facilities dapat magkuan sila, mag-establish sila sa ilang mga kuan within the supply chain. Tapos kanina mga facilities makatabang para mas mapadali ang production sa gamay ra na panahon. Tapos ma-increase ang product availability, mas ma-reduce ang delivery cost, ma-enhance po ang effectiveness and efficient distribution. Apart from enhancing customer service, the distribution operation also serve this purpose, including first, balance supply and demand. Distribution facilities can stockpile inventory to buffer supply and demand fluctuation, with their seasonal products needs to meet year-round demand for year-round production is required for seasonal demand. So, ang distribution facilities pwede makastock og mga products para sabayan ang supply ug demand fluctuation para ma-meet ang everyday needs sa mga seasonal demand. Number two, protecting against uncertainty. Distribution facilities can hold inventory to mitigate the impact of forecast errors, supply disruption, and demand spike. Ang distribution facilities can hold the inventory para ma-mitigate ang mga products discounted prices para ma-reduce ang cost per unit. Number 3, utilizing quantity purchase discount. Distribution facilities can store larger quantities purchased at discount prices, reducing the overall cost per unit. So, ang distribution facilities makastore og large quantities para sa product with discounted prices para ma-reduce ang cost per unit. Number 4, supporting production requirements. Distribution facilities can warehouse output from manufacturing operation that benefit from long production runs or proper aging such as wine and cheese. From supporting the production, ang distribution facilities makastore sila mga product na nagkinahanglan og preservation like wine or cheese. 5. Fulfilling omni-channel demand. Strategically located distribution facilities near key demand areas can improve customer access and facilitate cost-effective same-day and next-day and second-day home delivery service. So, ang omnichannel demand, mauna siya ang distribution facilities na dool sa demand areas na pwede maka-improve sa pag-access o maka-facilities o cost-effective delivery service. Pinaagi ani na kanang kuan pag-support pinaagi sa fulfilling omnichannel demand. Number 6, promoting transportation economies. Distribution facilities can receive and hold larger deliveries of inventory for future requirements, reducing transportation costs by maximizing container capacity and moving product in larger. So, ang distribution facilities makareceive og large delivery sa inventory for future requirements. Makareduce po ni siya og bayad sa transportation pinaagi sa pag-maximize sa container capacity. Next, distribution facilities functionality. Distribution center or DCs play a crucial role in supply chain by performing various functions that enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of production distribution. Naay upat ka indicator. First, accumulation. The distribution centers serve as a collection points for product arriving from multiple origins. They consolidate orders and shipment, reducing the numbers of delivery to manage and achieving transportation costs, saving through larger or more cost-efficient shipment. So, sa accumulation, ang distribution centers, nag-serve ni siya og collection points sa mga products na moabot gikan sa lain-lain na lugar. Tapos, mao ni siya ang consolidate sa mga order, shipments, makareduce sa og number sa deliveries para ma-manage o ma-achieve ang transportation cost saving from larger or more cost efficient shipment. So, shortation. Distribution center segment goods based on their key characteristic, ensuring proper storage, processing, and distribution. Proper sortation prevents inventory mismanagement, product spoilage, and incorrect order fulfillment. So, ang distribution center daw segments good based sa ilang key characteristic na ma-ensure ang proper store, process, and distribution. Ang proper sortation prevents inventory mismanagement, product spoilage, and incorrect order fulfillment. Allocation. Distribution centers match available inventory to customer order to specific SKUs. They retrieve BB units from storage according to customer requests, promoting product availability and allowing customers to purchase desired quantities without excess volume. Ang distribution center daw magmatch ang available inventory to customer orders for specific SKUs. They retrieve the BB unit gikan sa storage according to customer request na, ug maka-promote og product available or maka-allow po ni siya sa customer to purchase sa ilang gusto na quantity. Assortment. Distribution centers assemble customer orders so multiple SKUs is held in the facilities. They provide product mixing capabilities, allowing customer to order variety of items from single location, saving time and transportation costs. So, kaning assortment, ang distribution centers maka-assemble customers to orders. They provide mixing capabilities na moallow sa customer na to order the a variety of items from single location to save time and transportation costs or shipping costs. Example ani kanang kung mag-order sila sa Shopee ba. Ang ilang order lang kay isa lang ka store para makasave og shipping fee, murag mauna siya. Next, distribution trade-off. Effective supply chain management involves balancing various trade-off between distribution operation, inventory management, customer service, and available resources. So, distribution and transportation. A balance must be struck between the number of distribution centers and transportation costs, while multiple distribution centers can reduce transportation costs by consolidating large shipment for long-distance transport. Excessive distribution centers can increase operating costs and inbound transportation expenses. So, ang distribution and transportation daw is dapat mabalance ang stock between the number sa distribution centers og transportation cost. Dapat mukuan lang sila ma-level. So, next, distribution and inventory. More distribution center generally lead to higher inventory carrying costs. Decentralizing inventory reduces the ability to adapt risk pooling strategy requiring each facility to hold additional safety stocks. Supply chain leaders must carefully evaluate the trade-off between the inventory levels and number of facilities. So, more these distribution centers or DC, makalit siya og higher inventory cost kay kanang decentralized inventory maka-reduce sa ability to adapt the risk pooling to a strategy requiring each one to help additional safety stock. Supply chain leader must be trade-off between inventory and level of number of facilities. So next is distribution and customer service. A large number of this generally enhances customer service by reducing delivery times. However, decision makers must balance the value of improved service with the additional cost of maintaining multiple facilities. So, ang distribution and customer service, having more DC improve the customer service by cutting down on delivery times. Tapos, ang decision makers must weigh the benefits of better service against the higher expenses associated with running and maintaining several locations. Distribution resources. Trade-offs exist between the primary distribution resources, space, equipment, and people. Space allows the inventory storage while equipment supports efficient product movement. People can play crucial role in distribution activities and can be trained to enhance their capabilities. So, ang distribution resources, there are trade-off between the main distribution resources from people, space, and equipment. Ang equipments enable effective product movement while the space for inventory storage. Tapos, Ang people or individual can receive training to improve their skills, and they are essential to distribute operation. So, internal efficient trade-off. Proper resource allocation involves balancing financial and performance trade-off, space, equipment, and interdependent, with larger facilities requiring more equipment and maximizing efficient equipment and automation reduces labor requirements, while manual operation demand a larger workforce. Facility size and workforce must be aligned to effectively utilize space and serve customer. So, from achieving optimal resource allocation necessitate striking a balance between the cost and efficient. Equipment and space are related. Larger facilities need more equipment to operate as efficient as possible, while the manual processes required a bigger workforce. Equipment automation decrease the need for manpower. To efficiently use the space and serve the client, the size of the building and the labor must match. Kailangan sila mag-match.
By the way, my name is Jenny F. Malinaw and I am the last reporter for Chapter 10. My topic is about distribution planning and strategy. So, capability requirements, product characteristics should be determined the distribution process to ensure product quality, customer satisfaction, and inventory management. These include like product value, durability, temperature, sensitivity, obsolescence, and volume. So when you see capability requirement is a kind of product characteristic nga maghatag og guide on how distribution process are ensure the product quality, customer satisfaction, and also the effective inventory management. The next is network design issues. The distribution capabilities required by supply chain influence the design of the network. Inventory positioning determine where to locate stock within the supply chain. Centralized inventory involves holding stock and single location, while the decentralized inventory involves stocking product in customer-facing location. The base inventory positioning strategy depend on factors such as product demand, customer expectation, and competitors' actions. So network design issues is supply chain design influence network design, with inventory positioning determine stock location. Then the centralized or decentralized inventory strategy depend on product demand, customer expectation, and also the competitor action. So, di na sila mag-determine. So, the optimal number of facility in supply chain involves balancing transportation cost, lost sell cost, inventory cost, and warehousing cost. Increasing the number of facilities reduce transportation cost and lost sell cost, but increase inventory cost and warehousing cost. The optimal number of facility is the one that minimize total cost. Private distribution is a cost-effective for organization with high product throughput, stable demand, and expertise distribution. Otherwise, third-party logistic providers offer public warehousing for short-term stored needs and contract warehousing for customized distribution service. So, ang supply chain is magdetermine siya by considering transportation cost, lost cost, inventory cost, and warehousing cost. So, while the increasing the number of facility can lower transportation and lost cost, but it can also increase the inventory and warehousing cost. So, the goal is to find the numbers of facilities that they minimize the overall cost. So the next is facility Facility consideration. When designing distribution facilities, organizations must be considered the size, layout, and interior configuration of each facility. The size of each facility is determined by the overall network design and the specific distribution activities that will be performed with the facilities. So, warehousing requires efficient use of vertical and horizontal space to maximize stored capacity. Additionally, space is needed for interfacing with the transportation network, order picking and assembly, processing network, rework and return, office space, and break areas. So, facility consideration. So, ang design distribution facilities, several facilities considered need to be taken into account. So, this consideration include size, layout, and interior configuration of the facility. So, unit size and cubes criteria suggest location smaller size item near shipping area to reduce travel distance and order picking time. Proper product slotting improves labor productivity and generate advantage like reduced picking time, efficient replenishment, balance workload, optimize loading building, increasing accuracy, improve ergonomics, and reconsideration. And also by the considering these facilities consideration, ensure that the distribution facility is designed to meet the specific needs for organization, allowing for smooth operation, improve productivity, and enhance customer satisfaction. Then the next is distribution execution. So product handling function, primary facility operation focus on the movement, storage of product. The receiving and put-away operation move product from the receiving dock to assigned stored location in the facility. The order picking process select goods to fulfill customer orders. The replenishment operation play a supporting role for ordering picking movement product from storage location to designated pick slot. The final movement process occur the shipping operation where goods unloaded into outbound carriers. So product handling function in a facility include various operations that focus on movement and storage of products. So this operation include receiving and put-away order and picking, replenishment, and shipping. Then the next is distribution technology. So warehousing management system. Warehousing management systems are a software control system that improve product movement and stored operation. They are used to achieve the high level of control, inventory accuracy, and productivity. So, warehousing management system can also provide value-added capabilities such as labor management, automated data collection, task interleaving, fulfillment flexibility, and system convergence. So, warehouse management system is a kind of software na kanang mag-control sa tanan to enhance the product movement and storage operation with a warehouse. So, ang warehouse management system is play a crucial role in optimizing warehouses operation, improving inventory accuracy and enhancing productivity, ultimately leading to better customer service and cost service for business. So the last is the automatic identification tools. Auto ID technologies such as barcodes and RFID tags are used to track, locate, and move product quickly in distribution center. Barcodes are used to scan goods at the point of sale, while RFID tags can be read wirelessly and contain more information. New WMS or warehouse management system and auto ID functionalities and continuously being developed. So organizations should assess their distribution technology requirements before buying new tools. So identification tool in distribution center includes the barcodes and RFID tags. These technology are employed to track, locate, and efficiently move product within the distribution center. So when you see barcodes, commonly used to scan good at the point of sale. They consist of a series of parallel lines that represent product information